together. What's up, guys? So I hope you are ready for this crazy episode. Simple grill, simple seasoning. We are doing the rib series. This is the third video, and today we are going simple. We're also going with a salt and pepper rub. You guys are going to see me put it together here. It is just 1 part salt, 2 parts pepper. If you're not subscribed to the channel as yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss one of our daily videos. We're cooking on the Weber kettle today. So today in the kettle, we're using B&B oak lump charcoal to start our fire, but we have the B&B briquettes. These are the oak and hickory briquettes. Nothing's wrong with these. You do get a little bit of hickory flavor, but I absolutely love it. We're having it set up using the minion method. So we have all the briquettes stacked, unlit, and then we're lighting just a little bit of the lump charcoal. Flip the chimney upside down, light that using our fire starter here. Make sure you go check out my book on Amazon. It is called Wrangling Fire. It is my compilation of tips and tricks on how to set up your fire to make sure you have a better backyard barbecue experience. When we have this put together and we have it fired up, we're going to set the fire dial from Lava Lock. That's a heat deflector for the Weber kettle. And you guys can find those links down in the description below. And make sure you guys go check that out. Then put the grates on and we're going to let this come up to temp. We want this to be running about 350 over the hot side. Over the indirect side is not going to be that hot. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the rest of this clip.
And today I'm going to trim these ribs down into St. Louis style. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is because of space, but I also want to show you the difference between the doneness when you have the rib tips attached versus when you don't. First video I showed you guys how the ribs don't bend as much, but that doesn't mean they're not done, okay? When you have the rib tips still attached. So this line right here, this fat seam, that's where you separate. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. On the spare ribs, I like to start right here on the thicker side. And right here is where you're gonna start to pick at the membrane and just kind of get it up. The paper towel really helps with that because you're grabbing such a little tiny piece. Gently pull it until I have right there. And once you have a big enough piece to grab, it should go pretty easily. Now, why do I remove the ribs? I don't like the chewy texture of smoked ribs with the membrane on. I mean, the chewiness of the membrane itself. If I'm grilling my ribs over open fire, and I do have open fire ribs that I'd show you guys, I can pin it right up here. But that rib, I did not remove the membrane. It's because over open fire, it crisps up and it tastes fine to me. I don't mind it then. Also, guys, if I'm cooking 10, 20 racks of ribs, 50 racks of ribs like I do for events and caterings, the membrane's gonna stay. Okay? We're not gonna sweat the membrane on 20 racks of ribs. A bunch of fat right here. All right, so there we have our St. Louis style ribs. 1 part kosher salt, 2 parts pepper. Now to this blend, I added some fresh ground pepper. That makes such a big difference with the pepper flavor. So the other pepper is a 16 mesh from the store. And we just added about 2 tablespoons of fresh ground pepper. And this is gonna create a nice Texas style glitter. That is what we want. No binder, we don't need it, and we're not adding anything for color. You guys are gonna see how the charcoal and that cherry wood makes this meat shine. And then on the top side, on the meat side, we're gonna hit it a little hard. Simple Texas style ribs, Texas flavors on the simplest grill known to man, the Weber Kettle. So right now we have our grill up to temp. We are saying on the lid just over 350. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna back my bottom vents down to halfway open. Whoop. Remember, the rib tip can take a bunch of heat, all right? But right now we're gonna shut this down and allow this to cook for about 2 hours before we even look at it. Let's go. So 2 hours in, we're gonna check on these ribs. We're also gonna pull off the snacks because those should be cooked already. But check this out. Look at that beautiful bark already building up. It's only 2 hours in. Look at that beautiful color. That is just salt and pepper. Look at that. No paprika, no binder. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch these around. Bring this one in the back here, just so we're ensuring even cooking. Look at this rib tip. I'm gonna wrap this up in some foil, I think, and let that tender up a little more. We're gonna wait for 1 more hour and then we're gonna check it. We're gonna see what it's doing. What are you thinking?
Good.
Yeah? Spice is growing on you?
Yeah.
All right, guys, so 3 hours in. It's time to take a look at these bad boys. Man, I think we have another 45 minutes to go on these, but look at this color. Man, I feel good about these.
What else am I cooking today? Peach cobbler, baby. So make sure you find my grilled peach cobbler recipe right here on the channel. A tri-tip seasoned up with the rocks from Whiskey Bent and my Blaxican fajita seasoning. This is gonna be a good dinner. All right, so guys, these are the ribs after 4 hours. You can see that color there. Just salt and pepper. I think the secret to this color is the cherry wood chunks. Shout out to B&B. All right, so we're gonna wrap these up in some ribs and I'm gonna throw them in my oven. The fire dial does a really good job of holding the temperature steady. These are absolutely done. Rest for about 30 minutes.
Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Make sure you check out the link in the description to find the rest of the videos in this series. Thank y'all for watching, man. And make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We have them resting in the Vivor food holder. These have been resting for about 45 minutes. Tender. It's not falling off the bone, but it pulls right off. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for in a rib. You guys notice we did not use any binder, any spritzing, anything at all. This is the finished product. Yeah, beautiful pan of ribs, really good color. Got really good smoke on it. That's the cherry wood B&B charcoal. Now guys, let me know in the comment section what you would like me to do the next rib video on. The tri-tip looks like it's breaking here, but this is where the two muscles join and I like to separate them at the muscle. This was just grilled straight over the charcoal. We got a chimichurri to go with that. You can find the chimichurri recipe up on my website. Oh, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, we're eating good tonight. Peace.